Sri Sri Anandamayi Mat ki jai. Bhavatap pranashinyai Anand ghanamurtay Jnana bhakti pradainyai Matastubhyam namo namah. Matastubhyam namo namah. Om Ma Sharanam Om Ma Sharanam Om Ma Sharanam Om Ma Sharanam Anandamayi Ma Anandamayi Ma Om Ma Sharanam Om Ma Om Ma Sharanam 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 Om Ma Sharanam. So today's satsang we are starting with Hari Baba's one of Hari Baba's experience here, my sharing. And as we all know, Hari Baba, great saint of Punjab, and he was considered to be the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there are many miraculous stories about him. So here, Ma is telling that he has so much love for Ma. Seeing Hari Baba's affection for me, many people in Vrindavan criticized him. They did not like that a great saint like him gave so much respect to a woman. They considered Ma as woman. Ma was beyond any gender. So, but this is like people. Huh? But the more people opposed him, the more Hari Baba came, stayed and moved around near this body. More he was more and more coming to Ma, and like he always used to say, Ma, the day when you met me, from that day, 1 month of Holika, that is the holy period, the color celebration we have, is for me. So Ma was always 1 month with Hari Baba in Vrindavan. So that was him. Huh? So Ma is telling about him, his experience. Huh? Even in such an old age, he never neglected satsang, kirtan and spiritual discipline. His entire life runs with strict regularity, like the hands of a clock. Like in the morning, he would wake up, do the kirtan, then the satsang, then the part. So it's like everything is just like on a particular schedule. And he was very particular, regular about it. Because of age, he is often troubled by sleep. But the way he fights sleep at that very moment is remarkable. Now, Ma is telling. Though, as we were discussing, Hari Baba was beyond the body, and because he was himself an incarnation. But to set an example for all the disciples, he was doing this all. So Ma is saying, he says that if he sits normally and reads a book, sleep naturally comes. So first, he leans back slightly and begins reading. So he would lean back and then change the posture so that the sleep will not come. When he notices that sleep is still coming, he stands up with the book in hands and continue reading. He would stand up and then read. If even then sleep tries to overpower him, he stands on one leg and reads while holding the book. And only one leg he would be standing and reading. See, he's not giving up. Thinking that looking straight at the book may bring sleep, he shifts the book to the right or the left and reads it in an angle like this or like this, so that if you read like this, maybe the sleep will come. So he was trying this, but he was not sleeping. How Hari Baba does all this, Mother began to demonstrate it through action. And Ma was herself doing this. Seeing this, we all started laughing. When Mother saw us laughing, she said, "You are laughing, but there is a lesson here for you. See how he practices titiksha, endurance and tolerance. This is something worth learning. She would give so much importance in the spiritual path. Endurance is something so important. Like when we are sitting for meditation and chanting, and when we have like back pain or pain in the knee, we quickly move and we said, okay, it's enough for today. Or we have fever, or we have something or some work, we skip. But what is needed? The example Ma gave, nothing, doesn't matter. We stick to our schedule. We do our practice. That is important. So Ma is saying, Hari Baba comes from a respected family. He is an IA graduate. While studying medicine, due to deep detachment, he renounced everything and became a monk. He did not take formal sannyas from anyone, nor did he receive the ochre robes from a guru. He put on the ochre cloth himself. He has a strong Punjabi build, and see, he is a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Amulya Kumarji asked, I have heard that Hari Baba had a direct vision of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mother replied, yes. Not only a vision, he received much more from him. It's amazing. There are so many stories, so many incidences where we really see like how incredible his state is. Because if you see, there is a dam on the Ganga which he built with only the people from the village. No government support, nothing. Though it was the Britishers' time when the Britishers were ruling India, and their engineer said that it is not possible because the time is so short. As soon as you start building the dam, the flood will come in Ganga and all will be washed. So Hari Baba, with support of all the people and just continuous 4 hours chanting the name, he built that dam. Still the dam is there. He was called Dam Baba. Bandh Baba. So incredible. So many such incidences are there. So my speaking about this great saint, she is going to give in the end the conclusion why she spoke from that. Then suddenly, Sanyal Mahashay, whenever he asks question, a lot of humor is there. So he started asking to Ma, I want to say something. Many people come to bow to you, and they bow in many different ways. I am speaking about some imaginary people. The first person does not enter the ashram at all. From outside, he touches his head to the ashram wall and bows to you and leaves. The second person comes into the hall of ashram, stands for a while, then folds his hands, bows to you and goes away. Third person comes close to you, offers flowers and then bows. The fourth person put flower garlands on you, perform aarti with incense and lamp and then bows. Fifth person decorates you with garlands and finally places 108 coins at your feet and bows. If we assume that bowing has 10 marks, then among these 5 people, how many marks would you give to each one? Ma said, when you were saying this, I had already said that one thing must be seen. Did the arrow reach its target or not? In that very statement lies the answer to your question. If arrow is shot, so if it is reaching its target, so when we are doing the bowing, and if to the deity it is done, if it is reaching the deity or not. You have mentioned only 5 people, but more cases can be added. For example, someone bows while sitting at home without coming here at all, or someone comes here and leaves without any outer form of bowing. I am not talking about bowing to this body. Whether one bows in a temple or on the banks of the Ganga, in whatever way, with whatever feeling, the only way to know whether the bowing was right or not is this: did it reach its target or not? Just as an arrow is considered successful only when it reaches its target, in the same way, bowing becomes successful only when it reaches its object. Sanal Mahashay then asked, how can one know whether the arrow reached the target or not? Ma replied, when it reaches the target, the impact is felt in one's own heart. Now that Dr. Pannalal is sitting, he said, the arrow is shot towards the target, but the wound is felt in the archer's heart. This sounds completely opposite. Ma said, that is exactly how it happens. Whether you are bowing, reach the one to whom it was offered or not is known within your own heart. There is no need to tell anyone else. Just as while eating, you yourself know whether your stomach is full or not, you do not need to tell others. In the same way, when bowing truly touches its object, inner satisfaction naturally appears within. Sanal Mashe said, I come to you and bow, but nothing happens to me. You are saying that this will happen, you will have this feeling, but I'm doing the bowing and nothing is happening to me. Ma said, the feeling I am coming is still there. That is why nothing happens. And again, I am not speaking of this body. If you go to temple and think I went to God, I bowed, yet I got no result, then the answer is this: ego is present within you, so the light is not revealed. I am bowing, that's why there is no result. Then he said again, then must ego be left at home before coming? Then how to do the bowing? Ma said, yes, exactly. Ego must be left at its own home. And what is its home? With divine, with God. You say ego, but whose ego is it? When it is realized that even this ego belongs to him, belongs to God, then ego is placed back at its own home. Yesterday also she was speaking about that realization of Vishnu. When you realize that this I am that divinity, that's again she's saying, this I, when realizes that it is divine's, then my saying, then ego is placed back its own home. The moment this happens, his light is revealed. The moment you realize that this ego is not mine, it is divine's, that very moment you will have realization. As long as one thinks I do, I go, and keeps oneself as the doer, his light does not appear. That is why I said earlier, I went to God, because this feeling is within you. I went. You are not receiving his touch or light. Do you truly know that you went to God? If you really knew that you had gone to God, then at that very moment, whatever is burnable within you would burn, whatever is meltable will melt, meaning the veils would be destroyed. So in a way, when we go and do pranam, so we are not really having this feeling that we are in front of God. That's why there is no effect. Can ego remain in the presence of God? Then only he is seen. At that time, it becomes clear that even your ego belongs to him. You also say that even after repeated idol darshan, you received no result. That too is not correct. The restlessness and dissatisfaction you feel because you think you received nothing, that itself is the result. When we feel is nothing is happening, I'm going so many times and doing so much practice chanting, Ma said itself, this shows that dissatisfaction is coming. Because of this, the revelation will happen. To attain fulfillment, one must first feel deep longing. The more this longing and restlessness increase, the nearer his light comes. Then this person asked, Ma, why do people walking toward goal of God stop midway? When we are doing nicely, practicing, and suddenly something happens and we stop. Why? What is the reason? Ma said, because they have debts. The objects they were attached to in this life or past lives, the pleasures they desired, those very things come and stand as obstacles on the path. These are the veils. They pull the mind back towards themselves. These are their debts. Without repaying these debts, how can one move toward God? These desires and tendencies are the veils. Without removing them, how can His light appear? Therefore, whether in cold or heat, in every condition, now Ma is connecting to that story. Hari Baba, how is trying to practice in any condition. She's saying if it is cold weather, it is hot weather, if your body is sick, if you are busy, doesn't matter. One must continue remembering Him alone. This is true austerity. By doing this continuously, one day the veils of ignorance will be destroyed. So when you persistent, endurance, when you keep doing practice, the clutches of this vasanas, these desires, become slowly loose. And then Ma said, what happens? His light will be revealed. Sri Sri Anandamayi Mat ki Jai.